Thank you for coming in. We are the Wrestling Queen Cipher, and today we have a very special guest who is Sydney. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
So,
you for having me.
so today we're just gonna first start about Raw. So as far as Raw is concerned, I just want to take a moment and acknowledge the fact that not just us, but I feel like there are a lot of people becoming Clippers. So like we had some good moments, and personally speaking, I feel like the show itself has become hard to watch aside from Roman returning. So I'm gonna start with Sydney. What do you think as far as the show as a whole? Do you feel like it's becoming hard to watch?
It's definitely hard to watch. And I think this is the one positive of it being in Europe. I forgot that they aired early. So by the time I was ready to sit down at 7 and watch it, the whole thing had already been on. So I could skip through all the boring parts, all the commercials, and I watched a 2.5 hour show in 40 minutes. And that was including the matches I was interested in. So I just felt like there's not much to keep you wanting to watch it every week.
Yeah. Mimi, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much like the same thing. Like especially now because you have, a lot of us are saying it's like the show is starting and ending the same way. So it's kind of like you can basically predict it anyway. And it's like, okay, like if I miss this, I already know what's going to happen. So if I skip it, it's not really going to change anything. And I mean, obviously, depending on who you're a fan of, you'll probably, stick around and see who's opening, if your fave is in there. I know for me, it's kind of the same thing. I did the same thing Sydney did. Like I didn't get to see it until I got home from work. And I was like, I'm about to fast forward through most of this because I already know who I want to see. I'm not really, worried about everything else in between unless I'm just lazy and I don't feel like trying to fast forward and go back and get it at the perfect timing to catch what I want and then get off of it. But yeah, I mean, Raw, like this last one was better than it's been, but it still has a lot of those elements that we kind of see coming because it's already happened before now. So yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely hard to pay attention. Like everyone has short attention spans nowadays anyway. So if you're not, I don't know, if you're not one of my favorites or someone I really care to pay attention to, I'm just kind of not that I'm not paying attention, but I'm just not like locked in. Like obviously it was a nice opener with Roman opening the show instead of Seth and his vision. But after that, everything else was just kind of, I hear it, but I'm not necessarily paying it too much attention.
Okay. Welcome, Leah. What are your thoughts about Raw? Do you feel like it's becoming harder to watch? What's your take on this?
Um, oh my God. Honestly, I agree. I feel like Raw has begun to start. It has gotten stale. I feel like we keep getting the same product every week. Um, we're not. I don't know. I just feel like we're not really making progress in any of the storylines, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I hate to say this, I feel like maybe that's why the storylines they're kind of reaching because I feel like maybe if let me know if this doesn't make sense, but like maybe that's why we're getting Roman back so much. Like even though he is going away to make a movie, usually if this was 2024, he would have just made it, and we still probably wouldn't have seen him like that. But maybe because of this creative drought or whatever is going on, I don't know what you want to call it, but I, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like maybe we'll start seeing him more this year. Maybe we're gonna get maybe him and Seth before WrestleMania.
Hopefully. I mean, I know, of course, with WWE Unreal, they talked about how things are planned in advance, but it feels like at least for this, I don't want to say everyone's a mid card talent, but if you're not like a big name, a lot of it, those storylines feel like they're planning as they go, and that may not be the case at all. Because I mean, that would be borderline unprofessional if that was the case. But like with Penta and Kofi, I was surprised to see Kofi win that match.
Dude.
Now, granted, it was refreshing to finally see him get a win, but then it's also like I look at Penta and it's like you had a rocket strapped to Penta's back when he debuted, and now it feels like you kind of dropped. I don't want to say dropped the ball, but it just feels like they don't know what they're doing with him right now. So it's and you don't know what you're doing with the New Day either because they had one of the biggest heel turns of what it was this year, but once they turned heel, they didn't do anything with that. So it's like unless it's Roman or John or Seth, it's like the storylines just aren't being well thought out. It seems.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it was Mimi that kind of pointed out before the show started that Cody does not have a match at Clash in the Castle. Is that confirmed? Like that, it just seems like it's a lot of stuff that's not making sense creatively. Like people complain about fans fantasy booking, but like I said, it's just some things that just kind of seem like they would be logical. You call him your quarterback, but if this is your quarterback of your company, why does he not have a title match? I don't
So
know.
I heard he was off filming for either a video game or a movie that's based on a video game or whatever.
Street
So I
Fighter.
didn't. That's all right. I didn't. I don't know if I could say I didn't expect him to be here, but I guess I'm not surprised. And then he liked to keep it at the 5 matches per card. So once I seen the 5, I was like, I'm giving up hope for anybody else to get on there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's true. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that either. They usually stop it at 5.
I
But
don't know
then
why.
I don't either. It's like you would think it's like y'all clearly, well, no, I don't even want to say that they have the time because we already see what happens. It's like when they have plenty of time, it's kind of like, okay, here's a ton of like filler that doesn't make sense. And then I guess the more matches they add, they have to add storylines to Raw and SmackDown. And we already know that doesn't work.
No.
So it's like, you know what, let's keep it at 5. Let's keep the storylines to a minimum, and unless you're Cena, which Cena doesn't technically, he has a story because it's like retirement tour and I want to face all these people, but there's really he doesn't have like a specific storyline. It's just kind of like, okay, we'll put him on the card for PLEs, keep it pushing, he'll disappear for a little bit, we'll bring him in time for that. But it's, the 5 match thing, that's still just weird.
Yeah. I mean, and if you want to make like a lot, like I don't, maybe because I'm older, like I want to see like a lot of storylines intertwined, but I want to see different storylines, and that's more than 5 matches. That should at least be, I think 7 to 8 is a good number.
I do too.
Yeah,
Not too long.
yeah.
Yeah. And I don't see why they can't have matches during these like 3 hour long pre-shows that they have. You can still keep the commentary aspect, where you have Big E and everyone else discussing it, but you can fill that time with at least a match or two in between. That way it's not just them sitting there in front of a camera just talking, because most of the time, even if I cut the pre-show on, it's like I'm not necessarily watching the pre-show. I don't want to watch someone else just talk about what we already know is going to happen anyway.
I mean, that's what everybody else does when it comes to other wrestling promotions. They have matches during their pre-shows. I mean,
You're right.
so,
But didn't they have them before though? Like they used to have
yes,
the pre-show matches though, right?
yes, they did.
So it's like they went from that to just, we're going to talk a lot. We're going to have them pretty much do promos that they've already done during the week. And we're going to make them do promos for the pre-show. And then that's pretty much all
And
they
it
do.
just
And it's like,
yeah, it's repetitive.
Yeah.
I don't.
And I think at least I heard that they were doing that so it would be more similar to what I guess the NFL does with their pre-shows, which I get, but at the same time, your product isn't football, it's wrestling. It doesn't have to, you don't have to, just because you're going to be partnering with ESPN doesn't mean it has to be the exact same.
I didn't think
And
about
it,
that, but that does make sense that they're trying to like align themselves with ESPN, especially with Pat McAfee being over there. Yeah, that does make sense. But I mean, why? Why go that route?
Yeah.
yeah,
This is
it's
definitely the white era.
it's a for why. Why are we? Why is they like? Why is he here? Why are
Yeah.
they here? What is it? Yeah, that's been the theme of every probably show this year.
Every week is something new.
Yeah. I mean, I like some of the new stuff that they're doing, but it's because I don't want to sound like, oh, like I miss how it used to be one of those fans. Because I mean, yeah, like back in the day, like the product it was more geared towards, I think, the wrestling and less on the entertainment aspect. And of course, things have to change, but I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fix it. You can leave some things
Yeah.
intact.
Yeah. I mean, and not to be completely negative, I am happy with a few things going on. I am. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when it did come to Raw last night, I think one match that happened that enough people didn't talk about for me was AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Yeah, I was every
Yes.
time Finn's on TV in a match, I'm happy. So yeah.
He's remained one of my favorites, and I keep a small box of hope in a dark corner that he's going to get back to where he was.
Yep.
And they find a way to crush me, it seems, every week. But
Oh no.
it was a good match, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his last two, like this one and the one where he actually got a win, I was like, oh, are they pushing him? I was like, even I'm sitting there like hoping that they push Finn because I'm just like, y'all need to stop. Just stop playing about that. It's like we know, and I feel like even people who may not be a fan of him are like, just give this man an opportunity, please. Like it's getting bad at this point. Like, just give the man something.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah. I think he's gonna get his chance, and I mean, as many people think that, I mean, as likely as it is that Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble next year. How would y'all feel if? How would y'all feel if Finn won?
I wouldn't complain. I would not complain at all. They do my man Finn dirty every week. Like, and I know Liv is injured, so we have to wait till she comes back. But I'm just ready for him to be done with Judgment Day.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying.
I am in no way advocating for Sammy to win the Royal Rumble.
No, I
No.
don't. Me neither. I'm sorry.
We don't have another Sammy hater in here, do we?
I wouldn't even say I'm a hater, but
Probably do.
Well, I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
I don't.
Lady, Facebook, we know you are. We know.
Oh, I had to ask 'cause I know on my Instagram feed today. I don't know if he's gonna watch this, but Trey, he made a video. He's Russell Trainia on Instagram. He made a video, and I can't remember exactly what it said, but let me see if I can find it real quick. But I saw the video, and the first thing I thought of was because he was talking about Sammy, how he likes to help everybody. And the first thing I thought of was Ladybug, and I was like, "You're gonna stop throwing shade at Sammy." I'm like, I see your point, but don't come for him like that.
He always helps
I'm not-
somebody for no reason.
But it's not even honestly. It. I mean, at least for me, it wasn't the helping part that got me. And it's like, y'all know this. It's like, it was the whole underdog thing, first of all, which I'm happy even he kind of was like, I'm not an underdog, I'm the main event, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was always okay, so I'm going to side with this person. We're going to be best friends. Then I'm going to look at you and be like, okay, but I want what you got. So we're not going to be friends anymore. And then I'm going to do this, but then we're still friends. Like after this, though, we're still friends. And he keeps doing this with everybody back there. And I'm like, at some point, you gotta stop.
Why does he still have friends? That's what
he doesn't do an apology tour like everybody else has had to do.
Roman's
it's just like I mean, in his own Roman way of apologizing.
Roman an apology. It doesn't list the people. Well, Roman got to apologize to some people too if we talk
But
about
not
it.
Sammy. But not
A ton
Sammy.
of people, a ton. He still owes everybody.
But not
honestly.
Sammy J.
But maybe I'm hoping there's a point, especially since we're talking about Sammy trying to help everyone. Maybe there'll come a point where when he does turn heel, they use that as the story point. He's tired of helping people because no one's really helping him get to where he wants to get to, and then we'll get a good story out of it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, his villain origin story. I guess we gotta get to.
I'm just
I'll
telling
take
you.
a change in story. I will.
Yeah.
But what we have now, all right. I've seen enough.
Guys, he helps so much. I don't know how y'all are not aggravated. Before we move on, I don't know how y'all are not aggravated. When that little goofy music hits, like I'm punching the air. Like I'm literally punching the air at home. Like how are y'all not doing this with me?
Leah.
Goofy music.
I know why his music gotta be goofy.
Let Leah.
Goofy music.
Sounds like the anime. I love anime.
Aw.
But it sounds like anime coming out. I don't like this.
No, it sounds like, hi, my name is Sammy Jane, and you're watching Disney Channel. Dun, 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 dun.
You gotta get it right. You gotta get the comparison right.
Thank
Good,
you.
Leah. See, there you go.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I agree with that. Yeah,
That's
it is giving Disney Channel.
Yes, joyous and happy. That's his music.
And Kayla, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. I like Cody more than I like Sammy.
But you don't like Cody either.
But okay, so why don't we like Cody?
Now you know.
Is it because he
Cody
feels like a
hater.
politician?
It's all the above. I'm never gonna forget about WrestleMania 40.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I let like the looks of certain people blind me to other things, but I like Cody.
Well, I respect it.
Now the barking that he does on his podcast, that's a bit much.
What?
You gotta chill with that. But
yeah,
outside of that, I like Cody.
Okay.
Lord, I'm afraid to say who I don't like.
No, who? Wait, I know who you don't like. Never mind.
I'm not a fan.
It's safe. Wait.
Wait.
I think
You're making the sound.
Yeah, you're talking, but we can't hear you.
Okay. But yeah, I promise this is a safe space.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have
hear
these
me?
discussions all the time. Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm using my phone as my mic because my Mac Mini wasn't working. I'm not a fan of Jey Uso.
I think I remember seeing that in your content, and I was like,
Me too.
Jonathan
Okay.
Tembuelu Fatu,
That's the one.
Jimmy Uso.
That's
No, he himself. Why? I'm genuinely curious.
My short 2 cents is that he's captivating. Y'all like him, but he's not main event. He's not carrying a brand. He'll be the face of the company because the kids like him with that goofy ass haircut and the you get whatever. But I don't turn on my TV thinking, oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what Jey Uso is going to do when he runs out of breath walking down the stairs through it. And then I get to watch them yeet off beat for 7 minutes, 15 times during the match, after the match, before the match. Now, if he was in the mid card doing it, I'd be like, great, this is a nice break for people between what I would hope to be a good start and a good finish. But we're not getting that. We're not getting a good start and a good finish. We're getting the same thing and the 10 minutes of eating. So I'm like,
It's crazy you said that because when you said, I think I said that a couple of weeks ago about the eating.
Yeah. So we've definitely had that conversation about that. So
Look, Jay already said he be tired as hell. We understand. The twins just turned 40.
Look, we're not gonna put that on 40 because I'm
No.
36. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna give it to no 50.
Mm-mm.
38. So
I don't
it's
know. I don't know. And I ain't gonna lie, in my opinion, I feel like Jay needs to build his cardio back up because his cardio isn't the same how it was when they first entered. When they first entered the game, it's not the same. Like I understand as you progressively get older, like your things tend to slow down, but that
Yeah.
don't mean nothing. Like
mm.
I don't know.
I mean
It just
he's
means
gotten
you
better
can
than he
rein him in.
was. Yeah. I mean
And
he's gotten better.
he does have a good match in between there. You know, every 5 or 6 is a good one.
I'm sorry.
But shit. Ooh,
I mean, I like Jay, but I'm laughing because I feel like the way you feel about Jay is the way I feel about Cody.
really? Mm.
Yes, that's why I find it so funny. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I only really have one person that I truly just despise and never have anything good to say. Everybody else, even the ones I don't love, I still have something good I can find to say, but there's only one, and that should be obvious because I'm not the only one that don't like him.
Well, I feel like that's kind of becoming universal. That's Logan Paul,
It
right?
should be, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only one I never have anything good to say. But everybody else, I
That
can find something. Even the ones I'm just like, I don't really want to watch you, but I can
yeah.
still find something, you know. But he's the
I
only
don't
one
even
I'm
think
just
about
like, I don't
it.
see. That's
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but honestly, like I get it though. Like I'm a Jey Uso fan, and it's just like I get it, and it's like I how some other people approach it, how they talk about it. It's just like okay, that's just because you're a fan of a certain person. To me, certain people. But the way you described it, it's like I see it, I get it. Like I have no reason to be upset. Like I've seen it, and I've kind of sat there and been like, you know why are you winded? And you already know how everybody's gonna get on you for being winded, for doing this, and for it's like
Mhm.
he knows it, he sees it, he knows what it is, but it's just like it's it pretty much is what it is at this point. And as long as his merch sales stay up, and as long as they can get the crowd to get the energy back, if they feel like it dropped at any point, he's still going to be the guy for that. But at the same time, they might want to, as far as saying Cody is the face of the company, he's off doing Street Fighter or whatever it is. But a lot of people aren't really checking for him being missing, like talking about. So it's like, so he's the face, but only when he's on screen and people see him and they talk about him, you know?
Mhm.
So,
So I want to talk about everything with the upcoming PLE, which is Clash in Paris. It just seems like everything is kind of off now that we don't have Naomi in the picture. But without doing official predictions, let's kind of touch on the match card as of right now. So
So
first, the first match we have is, of course, Logan Paul and John Cena. So no order at all. What are your thoughts on that? I'm gonna start with Sydney.
I would hope John would win,
Hmm.
given that I don't think he should have had the match in the first place. And it's supposed to be his retirement tour, so we're kind of trying to knock out these big matches, I guess. Logan Paul is supposed to be a big name. Um, but I think Logan goes over. That goes with his heel shtick, and I beat your goat. He's gonna get to come out and brag about that. Cheat to win somehow. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not watching this show to watch Logan Paul,
Hmm.
but he just happens to be paired with Cena, so it's like I guess I will watch that one. Um, I don't know that he's going to have the caliber of match we just saw with Cody with Logan either. I know he was doing that wrestling bad on purpose thing for a while for a couple of matches straight, but I also don't think that John Cena, this version of John Cena, is going to be able to put on that type of match for the next 11 days, 10 days.
Hold on, you went muted. I can't hear you yet. It's okay.
Now,
There you go.
I was done anyway. So I just think it's gonna be a lot of smoke and mirrors. I don't know how they're gonna get through 11 dates with him. So that's all.
Yeah. Leah, what? How do you feel about it?
Um, yeah, I know how I feel about Logan Paul. I'm not really a fan of that man, but honestly, if I have to pick a winner for this match, I have to give it to John Cena. Um, I could quite literally see John Cena dog walking the hell out of Logan Paul. Um, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good match because as we know, we see Logan Paul as this quote unquote athletic just superstar as they like to call him per se. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take that against him. I'm not gonna take that away from him. Um, I just don't see Logan Paul getting the win in this, and I have to agree with her because we have 11 more we have 11 days left for John Cena, and we're not really sure how he'll be health wise, mentally wise to finish out the rest of his retirement tour. Honestly, um, so that's pretty much about it.
Kayla, what about you?
I honestly wish that they weren't wasting this match with his retirement tour. I'd much rather see him face someone else in these last 10 to 11 dates. But like everyone else has said, Logan Paul is a great athlete, so I'm expecting it to be a good match, regardless. Um, I don't want to see Logan go over. The John Cena fan in me needs to see him win this, but then at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Logan won, especially if Brock gets involved. I don't see him being in Paris, but with the way SmackDown ended and Nick Aldis mentioning he'd heard from Brock, I feel like that may play a role in how the match ends. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm not I'm gonna watch it because of John. I could really care less about Logan being a part of it though.
Yeah. Mimi.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with everybody and their takes because it's like but honestly, I'm not necessarily a Cena girl. Like I'm a fan, but it's not one of those where I'm just like I have to see this and I have to watch all the matches. But it's like I don't want Logan to win for obvious reasons. But if he does, I feel like he probably would have help. And initially, I was like maybe Drew would come out to help him, but I kind of forgot about the Brock thing, and since they maybe possibly trying to make that a match for WrestlePalooza anyway. So I don't know, but at the same time, John doesn't have any like storylines with people to where it's like, well, if this happens, if these people will get involved, and this would lead to another match. Unless I'm just not paying attention to any other John stuff. But like I feel like if Logan wins, it'll be because he had help in some way, or John has a distraction or something. And I'm still mad that they had the Randy match with John already. Like, I just wish they would have waited to have that one because that would have been a good clash match to have him and Randy. So, like, I'm still kind of torn on that one. But yeah, I would like John to win, but if Logan does pull it off, it won't be because he did it by himself. I don't think.
I will say this, given the fact that he has an estimated 11 or 10 appearances left, right? John Cena kind of needs something to happen for them to put the pause button on his appearances. So he will have like more consecutive appearances closer to the end. So I think if they were to do this right, have Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar take him out in some sort of kayfabe way with an injury. That way, towards closer to the end of the year, he'll be on the shows like every week and so forth. So I can see him having the match with Logan Paul for that purpose and that purpose only. But other than that, I don't see it. I don't get it. And then with WrestlePalooza, like that kind of ruins that idea too. Because it's like, okay, well, who are you going to put on WrestlePalooza if not John or Cody. Because Cody is your undisputed champion. I mean, I get Seth, I get Roman, but we need more than one storyline, like carrying the company. So, yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah. But surprisingly, I almost forgot that Sheamus and Rusev had a match.
Yes. Again.
Hmm.
Yeah, again. Now I don't want to say who we think is gonna win, but are we looking forward to this match? I'm gonna open up to the panel.
I'm not.
What did you
And
say, Sydney? I'm sorry.
I've already seen this. I've seen this 8 or 9 million times now. Like I can't watch it again.
yeah, I mean, I like both of them, but I'm just not the storyline, if you can call it that, just doesn't captivate me enough. And I don't think they've done that great of a job presenting Rusev since he's come back because I haven't really cared too much. Like I was looking forward to his return, but I they haven't really given me a reason to be like to pay any attention. So I mean, I'm probably not going to really watch the match that much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Once you've done the same match, what we're on like match number 4 or 5, I think they've done this.
I think so.
This is yeah. Like
Yeah.
Leah, what do you think? Do you think we're gonna get anything different? All we haven't gotten any other Monday.
At this point, I feel like we're just gonna get another banger, banger, banger after banger. I know, I get it. We're just gonna get that same exact match over and over. We're probably gonna see Sheamus, um, hit Rusev with a shillelagh again for the 10th millionth time. This, I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I'm tired of it. I don't really know what more they can do. With them at this point, after they had this match, their storyline need to be done over with. They need to find them something else to do. Cut it out. Cut the show for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to the next one. We got Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch for the women's intercontinental title. Without saying who I think is gonna win, I want to say I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in seeing how Bailey's going to interrupt this match. If she's not in it as some kind of heel version of the hugger, then I do not care about this match. Yeah, that's just me. But I don't know. Do you think we're gonna get a heel version of the hugger, or do you think she's gonna come close to this title, or maybe another title?
I'm hopeful because I did see her Instagram post. She posted a throwback picture of her in the I'm a hugger shirt. So I'm like, okay,
Oh,
maybe that'll lead to something. I would think. I honestly hadn't thought about her involvement in the match, but I would think that would be the next step considering the promos these past few weeks. So I don't think she's done with Becky just yet. But and I can't say I'm quote unquote excited for the match, but I am happy that the women's intercontinental title has a solid storyline. Because when Lyra had the title, though her matches were good and I enjoyed the matches, I did not find her as champion that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while it just seemed like the title was just there just to have another championship. It didn't feel like it served a purpose. So at least with Becky having it, they put more of a focus on it. So I'm looking forward to the match. Don't necessarily have a pick on who I want to win, but I do hope Bailey gets involved some way or another.
Okay. Does anybody feel anything else or feel any different?
I heard a theory that Bailey's thing is going to be split personality. That I've just fell in love with that idea. So I'm kind of hoping
Wait, what was the very
Yeah,
last part? You said you're kind of hoping what?
Bit of both.
Okay,
yeah,
that'd be cool.
yeah. I agree too. Like, but I just want heal anything Bailey. Like, just heal Bailey. Just however y'all decide to do it. Just please something different, just to bring her in. I'm not excited for that match either. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Bailey. Yes, please.
yeah. And I think the bigger question when it comes to this next match between Roman Reigns and Big Bronson Reed, I don't really care about who wins this match. I know it sounds really weird. It's about how he looks at the end of this. Because shoe pair number 3, if that happens, I'm gonna start looking at you different. I'm gonna start looking at you real different. Because the fall needs to be studied.
Mm-mm.
Like, yeah.
The fall is crazy. The fall needs to be studied. That's crazy.
We're talking about 4 years
But
of doing this belt.
nah. But I ain't gonna lie. I gotta agree with Roman when he was like, hey, I chase, I chase titles, I chase championships. You chase shoes. Like, what? Like you can't compete where you don't compare.
Mhm.
But I got
Mm-hmm.
Roman on this, so and I feel it in my gut. I feel like Roman's gonna get his shoes back also after he beats Dumber, because
Hmm.
that's what I call him, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
So
he's
yeah.
gotta get the shoes back.
Yeah, he better get them shoes back, or I'm gonna have to call up the tribal queen and be like, "Yo, what's going on? What's
Mhm.
Exactly.
what do we got to do?"
Mhm.
How can we help? Like, what do we need to do to get that man his shoes back?
Right.
But
But
I
I
do
feel
have
like,
to. I have to
oh,
wonder
go
if he's
ahead.
winning though, because I feel like they're gonna write him off TV for the movie he's gonna shoot.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
thought he already did that. He doing, or is it another movie?
he got another one. Him and
He's
Cody
got.
are both gonna be in a Street Fighter movie,
Hmm.
Oh
and
yes, yeah,
Kenny Omega as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe too, I
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Oh, that's
think.
gonna be dope. Might have to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. And then the last match I see on the card, if I'm not if mistaken, is the exciting 4-way World Heavyweight Champion between Jey Uso, LA Knight, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. I don't want to think about who's going to win that. I mean, I hope Seth retains, but again, like, just our feelings about it. Like, personally speaking, I know people have feelings about Jay being in the match. I'm kind of happy he's in the match for the simple fact they put him so high up here for so long. If you bump him down back to the mid card so soon, it's like all this happened for what? So that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
you said Seth retain. You hope he retains.
I do, I do.
Lord,
You should know. You should know why. You should know why because I want somebody else to take it off of him. So
Ooh.
Roman.
Uh,
oh my God. Anyways, me personally, I have the best in the world for this match, but I also have Jey Uso, so I'm kind of torn between those two. And if they don't win the match, I don't really care for the match so much if they don't get the title. So I don't know.
Kayla, how you feel? I see you making a face.
Well, me and Leah feel the same about Seth. So, but at the same time, I don't see him losing. I don't think it would be for you to have him take the title off of Punk the way that he did just to lose it that quickly wouldn't make much sense for him or the vision. So I do see him retaining, but I just hope he gets his ass whooped most of the match.
Oh, absolutely. I need them to jump him as soon as they get in there. I need to jump him first.
No,
Now
they probably will.
I have a question for y'all. I have a question for y'all. I mean, because I'm a fan of a good swerve, but how would you feel if the W went to LA Knight?
I mean,
I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, you want a cookie? I don't know. That's kind of I don't know. Like that's kind of how I feel when we talk about LA Knight. LA Knight sometimes like, yeah, you did it. Here's a cookie. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
did it.
it's a
Congratulations.
possibility. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I
I mean, like,
wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't be
shocked.
mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be terribly upset about it. But hey,
I think
Yeah,
it's least likely to happen. I think Jay has a better chance of winning it back than LA.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that too. Yeah, but and then I feel like even if LA were to get it, he wouldn't have it long. I don't feel like they would keep it on him long at all. It would be one of those like, oh, he won it, yay, and then it'd be like, okay, never mind, next person. So I don't know, for that match it's weird. Like, yes, Jay, cool, but I feel like he's kind of in the position now where if he does lose again, it's not like he's going to lose any necessarily as far as like momentum with fans or anything. I don't think that's going to change anything. It's not going to change his character much unless they just use that to just keep to push towards heel Jay kind of thing. And I'm not mad if Seth retains. If that's I have no issues with that. To see something push further with him and Roman, because that's going to have to happen at some point anyway. Um, but I don't know. I At this point it doesn't make sense to take it off Seth right now.
Now, how would y'all feel if the one to take it off of Seth would be a heel version of Jey Uso, and not maybe not Punk? I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. But I just feel like they need to build that up.
Well, yeah,
first.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to see Jay with the championship again. Because again, I still feel some type of way about y'all taking it off, apparently for the reason they took it off. But if we're gonna get this edge to his character, let's build that up so that way the win feels more important.
If the heel version means they don't meet anymore, I'll take it.
I don't see him. I don't see him eating as a heel. I'm sure they'll try to make him do it at some point, but I don't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean they can still eat with the house shows and the dark matches, and I mean even if they just bring, well, no, never mind. I was gonna say just bring him in in the beginning before anything starts, let him do it, and then go into serious mode. But I don't, I no, I need him to keep all that energy for the match. We'll deal with the look. We've had this conversation on here. As much as we all like love Jay, we're just like, stop. Like it's getting hard for us to watch, and we're fans, so we've had that conversation.
Yeah, it's the mid match eating for me. Like I love you, but you get a few kicks in there, and then you pause the match to eat, and then you surprise, and you turn around and you got a fist in your face.
Roman, what was you thinking, baby?
Stop.
Yeah.
Eat at the beginning, eat at the end. Let's just do the match in the middle and nothing else.
Sweet.
Stressful.
It is. It is. And you know what? As much as we're talking about Raw right now, do you know I had almost zero. I'm gonna clean up. No, I almost forgot to look at SmackDown. I have not looked at the SmackDown card. I ain't thought about not one time. Same people. Like I have not looked at the SmackDown card. Skip right over it. I don't know what it is about this show lately. It has been so just forgettable. And I'm not trying to say it in a disrespectful way, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot to try to sit down and watch it. Is it just me? Like, what's going on here?
They need a draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And is it still happening?
I feel like the last thing I saw, they were like maybe after SummerSlam, but nothing. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I heard after this, well, I guess going in, well, it'll have to be after WrestlePalooza, after they join with ESPN. But I don't even know if they need it. I don't know if they're still gonna do it though, because I mean, they drafted essentially LA Knight and Sammy. You know, they swapped brands with them, but
Mm.
are we gonna swap anyone else? I feel like it'd be good if they did. Um, but even with the SmackDown thing, because also to bring it back to Clash in Paris, pretty much all those matches are Raw matches except for John versus Logan.
Exactly.
And it's like you got a little bit of stuff going on SmackDown. Like why hasn't Aleister Black and Damian Priest had a PLE match yet? They
He's
could
a.
have had something at SummerSlam.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
Because they know nobody's watching it. I'm sorry. I mean, and I love me some Aleister Black, but they know nobody's watching.
I really think they're overly dependent on the European shows and their crowd. So they don't do as much effort storyline wise. And then we're going into a B pay-per-view also. So it's like, let me just get through because we're already going to have a hot crowd anyway until maybe Survivor Series when they come back to America.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I know.
if we're talking about crowds, the only reason why Raw, outside of Roman's promo, Raw was, I think, more watchable because it was an international crowd. Because had that been a home crowd, I feel like it would have felt the same as any other Raw. It would have been a different opening, which is great, but
Hmm.
everything else would have been pretty much the same.
You're right.
Yeah, probably would have fell flat if it was
Mhm.
here because the engagement isn't the same, obviously, because they interact with every single thing that happens.
Mhm.
It just
So
shows how much of a difference that makes.
mhm.
Yeah, and
It makes
it's
people pay more attention to what's happening.
yeah,
Hmm.
and I know some people don't like when the crowd becomes a part of the show, but as long as they don't quote unquote hijack it, I don't mind it. If anything, it makes the show more entertaining to watch because I mean the crowd is on camera just as much as the superstars are. So if you interact, it also helps the superstars because you can feed off of that. Like with Roman's promo, he fed off of their interactions pretty much that entire time, and it was enjoyable. But you come home and it's just like we just sit there and we're just expecting. Like John said, look, it's what we want. It's not what you know. What do we want? What do you get? It's I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, on that note, we're gonna wrap up today. I want to say a very special thank you to our guest, Sydney. Sydney, where can we find you? Where can we find your content?
I am on TikTok at Sid Not Vicious. I'm on Instagram at underscore Sid Not Vicious. And I believe YouTube is the same, Sid Not Vicious too.
Perfect. And then Mimi, do you have anything coming up? Where can we find your content?
I don't have anything super special unless I decide to like attempt to vlog my birthday trip, but I'll let y'all
Okay.
know how that goes. Houston, just to go hang out for a couple of days. Didn't want to go super far, but just something fun to get out of my house and away from
Mm-hmm.
work. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully
Happy
it's
early
something
birthday.
fun. Thank you.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm excited for that. So hopefully I can kind of share some of that if we do some fun things. But I mean most of the time you can find me at Music Junkie on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and I have my Crash Outs and Moonsaults Instagram that's still kind of growing. So you can find me there. Don't have anything really crazy coming up. Possibly some fangirl things. If y'all want to see me freak out over K-pop people, it's coming.
Mm,
But that's pretty much it for me.
perfect. Kayla, what do you have coming up and where can we find you?
I'm working on some content ideas. Everything's in like the brainstorming phase, so I don't want to make any empty promises. But if for anyone that is interested, you can follow me at Kayla Kayfabe on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. It's mostly Instagram related until I can get a new camera for YouTube and whatnot. But yeah, that's where all of the content is going to be located.
Perfect. Leah, last but not least.
Um, honestly, you can pretty much just find me at Yo Jalea on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and all that stuff at Yo Jalea. And the only thing that's pretty much changed is just my TikTok. It's Leah X0X. I'm currently kind of brainstorming or trying to think of ideas to try to do a subathon for September. I've been trying to get that together. But other than that, I'm on Twitch streaming, pretty much. So yeah, and I'm dropping videos. That's about it.
Perfect.
So
And then you can always find me on at Lady But Loves Wrestling on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. All of our Wrestling Queen Cypher stuff is in my bio. So definitely check us out. We are now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So if you are listening to us, thank you for joining on the conversation. And if you're watching us, definitely please subscribe. We would definitely appreciate it. We have some really fun stuff coming. So just stay posted and stay tuned. So with that being said, we are the Wrestling Queen Cypher and we are out. Have a good weekend and enjoy wrestling. Stay positive. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you later.
bye.